Whew. Hello,
Hi, friends. Oh my goodness. It has been such a crazy week. We hope that you're all doing okay. After Hurricane Beryl, it was then Tropical Storm Beryl, but still felt like a hurricane.
Yes.
Ripped through the area. There are still so many people without power, including Rashi herself.
Yes, and it's so nuts because you don't anticipate having power out for so long, and we take it for granted. All the things that we use that are power generated, our AC here in the Houston area, it is hot outside.
It's so hot. It's heat advisory hot.
Heat advisory, like when we're talking heat advisory, we're talking, it feels like it's in high 90s, hundreds.
Hundreds, yeah.
And I was telling Caroline coming into work, I just felt like, not heat exhaustion, but just like kind of like delirious a little bit because, so we're staying with my in-laws who do have a generator. But I went back home to do some things, and it's just so hot inside.
Oh my
and
gosh.
it's so bad. But anyway, we're going to look into how much it'll cost to get a generator and all of that.
And they can be very expensive.
They are. And so hopefully I'll do a story on it so I can share with you guys as well my experience of just talking to a bunch of people, because it is an investment. You can get on payment plans, all that. But who wants like another monthly
payment I feel
on,
like.
you know, but what's crazy is the fact that I believe it was Colorado State University came out and said that it's going to be an even worse hurricane season than we first anticipated. So
this is my first hurricane that I've ever been through, and I basically it was so chaotic. The whole thing was chaotic. I went on an annual 4th of July trip back home to the Pittsburgh area, moved my flight up a day, was on the way to the airport, flight got canceled, got another flight, last minute, last 2 seats on Southwest.
Oh, wow.
Like nothing was flying to Houston, and so we flew to Dallas, got a rental car, drove back, beat the hurricane. But then all of us, Anthony, you, and I would say half of our staff here drove to work physically in a Category 1 hurricane. It was insane.
It's so crazy. And I was like texting her, like, I hope you're back by so
I was literally was so thankful for you and Coco. You and Coco were both texting me kind of what you guys were hearing and what you guys knew. And like, you guys were just like, how's it going? Because we were worried that the hurricane was going to start earlier than it did, because it hit in the wee hours of Monday. So we were rushing to get back because we didn't know if it would like start raining and storming. And so I'm texting Rashi. She was working Sunday night. And it was I was giving her like updates, like, okay, got the rental car. Okay, like
I was just hoping that she'd because it's hard when there's possibly no electricity, it's nighttime and it's raining. It's just
so we made it back before all that. But then with this being my first hurricane, we didn't have anything prepared because we were out of town.
Right.
And then when I was driving to work, I could hear the wind, and I had on our coverage. I woke up at 6 a.m. because the wind was so loud. So I started to get really nervous. And I was watching our meteorologist, and I was like, I need to get to work. So about 7:15 we left, 7:15 a.m. It's a short drive to work. I am screaming in the passenger seat. I'm like, we're in a hurricane. Like, it was crazy. I don't even know how to explain it. It just seems surreal to me.
Yes, it really is. And
it was so windy because it was a Category 1 for a while. And then probably like late morning, it was downgraded to the tropical storm. So anyway, we got here safely. Rashi, you made it in, well, you came in Sunday and then stayed closer, and then,
and then I came back. Thank goodness I did that.
This is the aftermath. This is just on Monday after the hurricane, after Beryl rolled on through. This was what the city was looking like, and this was all parts of our viewing area, and it is just insane. Like, this is downtown, I believe, and it's just so flooded.
When we say insane, also, I'm just going to bring this up. So you have more than 1 million people without power. This made landfall.
There's 1.3 million without power still today. This is Wednesday.
This made landfall Sunday night into Monday. And we are now on Wednesday. Still no power. And it's like we are not getting answers from Centerpoint. In fact, our co-anchor, Anthony Antoine, is right now actually talking with Centerpoint. So it'd be very interesting to hear what they have to say, because they say that they had people staged. But what does that mean, having them staged? Were they not able to get out?
And these
they're making it like this political thing too. I don't know what's going on. All I know is people want their power back.
To be completely honest, I was shocked when I pulled up the latest CenterPoint numbers and it was still at 1.3 million without power. This was
never
just
happened.
15 minutes ago. And I thought that we would be in maybe like the 100,000s without power at this point. No, we are still at 1.3 million people without power in a heat advisory in the dead of summer.
So something comparable to this was the ice storm, like the big freeze that we had, and it was all blamed on ERCOT because we didn't get power. And now we're dealing with, obviously in the summer months, something like this happening. And we're reporting on, obviously, our situations, everything's, it's all subjective and it's all, not subjective, situational. But there are people in nursing homes without power. Hospitals who have had to go to NRG Stadium where the Houston Texans play. It's sort of like a makeshift hospital there because there's no power. And so many local businesses are suffering because they don't have business that day because they don't have power. So it really is just kind of reminds you a little bit about during the pandemic, where you were just trying to figure out who's open, who's not open, who needs help.
It's literally survival mode for majority of our city right now. It's so sad. It is so sad. And I mean, this is just.
But this is like still the situation. Yeah. Like trees, it's hard. Think about it.
The flooding has gone down.
Right.
But now it's all the damage.
How hard it is for these linemen. And by the way, I put something on TikTok and some people were commenting like, CenterPoint, these workers are working so hard and stuff. And not saying that they're not, they are. And it has nothing to do with them. It's the top. The people on the top who are not out here doing all this, who are dispatching these linemen and everything, they're just the ones that are, not just, but they're the ones that are on the ground. But it's the people on the top that are making these decisions, and that's who hopefully Anthony is speaking with and really grilling them on what in the world is happening. I think that the other issue is obviously it being so hot. How can you move so many heavy trees?
Yeah.
It's not just.
And it's also a situation where it's like, is this the homeowner's responsibility? Is this the city? Is this the county? Is this CenterPoint's responsibility? Like, there's all these like issues when it comes to, okay, who's removing what tree and like it's just a mess. When I was driving through neighborhoods right around the station here, so many trees are laying across roads, so you can't even drive on these roads. I mean, right around where our station is located, which is Southwest Freeway, like kind of by West U. They've done a good job clearing out the main roads, but all the neighborhoods and side roads look like a real disaster.
Just crazy.
It is insane.
And I will say that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Okay. No, I was going to say that, I don't know what's going on, global warming, whatever, but growing up here, we never had strong storms like this that I can remember growing up, like maybe once or twice, but my kids know where the shelter in place is when there's tornado warnings. They know what to do, what to bring, and where to go. Is it
under the steps?
No, it's not. It's in our closet.
Oh, okay. You're so funny. That little area under your steps, that would be a good area.
That would. But there's like so much stuff in there, but that would be a good area.
Yeah, I was telling my boyfriend, because he is actually from California, and there is no hurricanes there and no tornadoes. And I was like, some earthquakes, some wildfires, so different problems. Yeah. But I was like, if it gets bad, you need to get down to the lobby of our building, go in like where the mail room is, that's like center of the building. I was like, or worst case scenario, if you can't get downstairs, like you need to get in the bathtub of our bathroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like in the middle, and if there's no windows, if the windows start breaking, I was like having to explain it and that's the thing, a lot of people, including myself, are new here to Houston. It's a hugely growing city. It's growing rapidly. So I would say a lot of people, this may have been their first hurricane, and it is, it's just crazy. You can prepare for it, but at the same time, I feel like you're never prepared for it.
Right. I feel like it's going to be a way of life now. It's only been, I would say, the past 5 years maybe where there's been such an increase in the intensity of the storms that we're seeing, because we never used to shelter in place or do anything like that. And now, I think also I have the closet because they're in there for such a longer period of time, so they're able to spread out a little more, but they know what to bring and stuff like that. But and Dr. Jim, who was our chief meteorologist before, he would tell me that anytime there's toilet paper on sale or something, like, you know, he has a room of just those emergency supplies, because he kind of anticipated the whatever's happening in the weather world, you know, or just heat and all that, like that we're going to see more intense.
That's actually, honestly, that's probably what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
It's probably go stock up on
like if you go to
waters
Costco, then and you see like on sale this or that, and it's like, you know, as long as it's like cooking, the best cooks are the ones that prepare the most. I think we'll be better off if we are prepared.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we'll continue talking about Beryl when we come back. All right, welcome back. Yes. So I feel silly even talking about this because I just feel so lucky that I'm safe and I'm alive and everyone that we care about is here and alive in our crew, and so many people don't have power and have bigger issues. But I want to—
Can I set this up for you?
Sure.
Okay. So these situations become an even bigger problem for us because we have to come to work. So we have to come to work no matter what, and we have to kind of put our problems aside and look at what is happening for the greater majority of the people.
And it puts a lot into perspective. I feel like that's why so many people are texting me and being like, wow, you really downplayed what's going on at your house.
So I don't want to, you know, yes, we know that unfortunately people have died in this. People still don't have electricity and all of that. But your situation is bad in its own right. Like, you're also working throughout the whole thing, which is hard.
Okay, so to set this up,
go ahead.
I'm here on the anchor desk. I started anchoring at 10 a.m.
I was right next to her.
Did it? Yeah.
Well, not 10 a.m., but yeah.
And then didn't get off the desk till 10:45 p.m. pretty much. And we had some breaks. We had a system going on. So I am totally engulfed. Like, it's a category 1. I'm on the desk. I was with Melissa, and I get a video sent to my phone.
Yes.
And I glance at it and ignore it. I'm like, oh, it looks like just a little bit of rain is coming through the window or something. I just ignore it. A couple hours later, I look and I'm like, oh my gosh, my apartment is literally getting flooded. So apparently the roof started leaking, and it just went everywhere through the roof. It went all over the floor, on the wood floors. It went through the sprinkler heads, as you'll see in 1 second here. Boom, water just coming through the sprinkler. It went through the air vents and more parts of the ceiling, and it went all over the lamp above the island. And we didn't, thank goodness my boyfriend was there at the time when this was happening, because he was napping, and then here's water running. We had lost power, and he goes out there in the main area and is just in a full-blown panic. He's emailing the complex like, we need assistance, we need help, this is so bad. So the apartment manager and maintenance come up, and they're like trying to get a hold of this. I guess what had happened was these huge pieces of metal and the roof blew off of our building, and I live on the top floor, so it started flooding my unit. And it was pretty bad. This went on for quite a while. He used every bucket and pot that he could find, every single towel. Every towel in my apartment.
Like, he took matters into his own hands.
He tried, yeah. And so I didn't look at this, thank goodness, probably, because I was so focused on what we were dealing with until like hours later. And I was like, oh my gosh, did any of our stuff get ruined? Did you check the closet? And he's like, already did all that. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
This is going to be like a whole drywall replacement, and you know, things are going to need done and replaced, but I'm not even mad about it. None of our stuff was really, nothing important was harmed in, that, but I mean, this is just one little video.
It's like, at this point, you just take for granted so many things.
Yes.
So now you're gonna be like when I have my electricity back on, I think I might cry.
Yeah.
I mean, so like happy. It's just
well, and you find a silver lining,
yes.
because we got electricity back after 7 hours on Monday. So then we had power. Right. Yeah. Are we dealing with some damage? Sure. But it puts a lot into perspective. It just makes you thankful that you're safe. And so many other people are dealing with so many other things.
Yes.
And,
and people here had such a great attitude also. A lot of people slept here at the station. We had power. I think we're still running on generator right now. But
yeah, we are.
We had a spot. I mean, we have a place to go, and we have a place.
And we're allowed to sleep here.
Yes.
Which is so much more than a lot of other people have. And I mean, we're sitting here covering this storm as it's coming through, and as of now, 9 people died because of the storm. So we were reporting on that. We were getting deaths confirmed as we were on the anchor desk, and it's so sad. And I mean, some of them, you know, we can kind of see on traffic cameras. I don't know specifically like where these ones were, if we saw them, but you can see cars driving in. We were watching live rescues, and then the water subsides, and then there's cars that are left under the water, and it's like, is there someone in there or what?
Right.
So a couple people died because trees fell on their homes and they were crushed to death. Some died because they drove into flooded waters and couldn't get out of their car. So it just puts a lot into perspective. Now people are suffering because they don't have power in their house. And, you know, I always think of elderly people and little babies. Like, it just makes me so worried. I mean, everyone in general, but, you know,
it really does put everything in perspective. And I really do hope that everyone learns from this. We ourselves are learning from it as well in terms of what to do to prepare personally for ourselves.
And I felt bad, too, because some of our producers and other coworkers were sleeping at the station, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, if my whole place didn't just flood, I could have had people over. Like, I have a big couch, and I don't live far, so it's like, that would have been nice, but we didn't know.
But at least
what was going to happen.
You know, you have that attitude of like having your home open, you know, to other people. I would have done the same thing. I have no electricity, but like, you know, it's just everybody coming together, helping each other out. Right now, I saw so many people helping each other out with debris. We've done stories on it. Just, you know, do you need water? Do you need a place to charge your phone? You know, it's little things.
And I would say too, because I was like, oh, should I even post about this? And I was like, it's,
Makes
you know,
you
it's an interesting
human.
video. So once I posted about it, my phone started blowing up with people, including you and other people we work with, and just friends in the Houston area being like, oh my gosh, do you need to come stay at my house? I have power, or what can I do? And I was like, we're literally fine. But sometimes, you know, I think that we try to fight our battles and our circumstances privately and kind of not put it on other people. I would say post on social media if you're having a struggle, because you'll be surprised at how many people will come out and help, or maybe even just tell tell you what resources are available. Of course, our website, fox26houston.com, has a whole list of cooling centers and resources that are available for you to go use that are free. Cooling centers, places giving out food. I even saw one ice cream place today is giving out free ice cream.
Yes.
So you can go get an ice cream treat. That might even just help cool you down.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I would say, post and share if you need anything, because friends and people
wouldn't you want
up.
to help other people? So that's just, it's not a weakness to ask for help.
Yeah.
And I've learned that.
Or share what's going on, because, and then sometimes too, like, there were actually a lot of, on my TikTok and on my Instagram when I shared this video, there were contractors and all different kinds of like mold mitigators and all people who work in all different fields. They're like, make sure you ask this. I work in, construction, and this is what's happening to your place. Make sure you ask that. So I'm like getting all these tips on what to do or expect.
See, we're all helping each other out.
Yeah. So just little things like that, I feel.
Yes.
But yeah, everyone is totally willing to help out. Like, I was at Lakewood Church yesterday. They gave out thousands of water bottles, tons of food. There were hundreds of people in there cooling down. I mean, it's so crazy. People are just thankful to have air conditioning.
Yes. I hope that we learn from this, grow from this, and are just grateful for everything that we have.
For sure. Well, should we take a break?
Yeah. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Well, in just a few minutes, we're expecting to hear from our Houston Mayor, John Whitmire, and he's going to be updating us on just what is happening within the city. That includes, hopefully, oh, wait, we don't have the press conference anymore? Oh, the press conference was canceled. Was it really? Was it canceled or pushed back?
Okay.
Oh, no press conference. Never mind.
You sure?
Are we positive?
We'll find out, but we do appreciate you spending your time with us, and we will have.
Yes. I'm just worried about everyone. I'm worried about our friends.
Yes. No, I understand. I'm trying to. These press conferences have been a mess. Let me just.
Yeah.
Okay, they've been a mess, guys. Okay, they said they're going to be here at 2:30. Lena Hidalgo doesn't show up till 4.
Oh my gosh.
She's our county.
I don't know how you can be late to your own press conference.
Consistently. Don't even get me started. All right, friends. We appreciate you. We love you, and we hope you're staying safe.
Please stay safe. Make sure to stay hydrated. There are places giving out food, water. Go look on our website, fox26houston.com, for a list of help. And just be careful and use social media to your advantage, and just make sure that you guys are getting the help that you need. But I hope you're all okay. Everything will be fine.
Yes, it will. God has the wheel.
Yes.
Bye, friends.